Hey there guys, Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back for a Western Roundup update. And today, guys, I thought I would spotlight a classic actor, one of the greatest actors Hollywood has ever known. Just his name, Gary Cooper, really rings a bell. Even if you have never seen him before, you've probably heard the name Gary Cooper. So I thought today I would spotlight a few of his movies, his westerns, and I threw in another movie that it's not a western, but it's something interesting to check out on the flip side of everything. So let's start right off, guys. What can I say about this movie? This one just came out on 4K. I believe Kino put it out, or was it Olive Films? Olive Films went out? No, I think it was Kino that put this out. But yeah, High Noon from 1952. Now this is the Eureka Masters of Cinema version edition. This is a DVD Blu-ray edition, which came out all the way back in 2013. So it's over 10 years old. This has been released. But I really like this edition. I really do. Even though it's older, it looks great. It's got a good print, a good transfer. It's got a lot of great extras on here. It's got a couple of documentaries on the blacklist that was going on around the time, and this was made in Hollywood. It's got it's got some video interview with Neil Sinyard. I think it's about Fred Zinnemann, the director. It's got an audio interview with Carl Foreman, who wrote it. But man, what can I say about High Noon? One of the most famous westerns of the 50s for sure. Famously, John Wayne hated it because he thought it was un-American and everything. But when you watch it, it's really not un-American. It's actually very American if you think about it. But yeah, great movie, 1952. It's got a young Lloyd Bridges, Katie Gerardo, who was in she's really good in this. She's been in many little movies. It's got a small role by Lee Van Cleef is in this. Henry Morgan is in this. Lon Chaney Jr., the great character actor Thomas Mitchell, of course Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, and a really good movie. Oh man, I don't know how many times I've seen this. Just the opening song by Tex Ritter, "Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling." Such a memorable song, simple song, and just really sticks in your head. Tex Ritter had a son, John Ritter. If you didn't know that, he was on Three's Company and stuff like that. But yeah, really good movie, a definite classic. You got to check this one out. High Noon. I really do. I mean, even though it's been released a few times since this came out, and now it's on 4K and everything. But I really like that. I really like this edition. I actually have an old Criterion Laserdisc edition of it. I should have got that out to show. Maybe I'll show that in the future. But next up, I want to show you a really cool release from Kino Lorber Kino Classics. This has a slipcase from 1954, directed by Robert Aldrich, and co-starring Burt Lancaster. This is Vera Cruz. Super cool movie. Like I said, it's got two different artwork here, both very acceptable in my book. But I really like that slipcase that's on there. I was lucky. Sometimes you order from Amazon and you don't get the slipcase, but I got it this time. But yeah, it's kind of small on extras. It's got a Trailers from Hell with John Landis, and it's got a commentary by Alex Cox on there and the trailer. But this is a really good movie from 1954. Written by Borden Chase, one of the best writers of westerns during that time. It's got Ernest Borgnine, Cesar Romero. Let's see who else. George McCready is up in here, and excellent movie. Basically, Cooper and Lancaster kind of go over the border into Mexico and kind of help them out during the war. This is after the Civil War and everything, and they're kind of what do you call it? Like almost like mercenaries. They're like soldiers for hire, or something. They're gonna help help escort this shipment of I believe a shipment of gold, I believe. And it changes, and of course everybody's wanting to, while this convoy is traveling, like there's certain people that try to, sabotage it and try to take off with the wagon themselves and everything. And just a great big movie. I mean, 94 minutes, it seems bigger than that. And to be 1954, it seems like a movie that was made in like 1960 or something. So it really was ahead of its time when this was made. And I'm trying to think. This was filmed in something called Super Scope, because this was released through United Artists. This is through Burt Lancaster's production company. He was actually a producer on this. And but yeah, it looks great. Robert Aldrich's a great director, one of my favorite directors. He did so many different things. But yeah, it's also got a small part in this with Charles Bronson is in it. I think this might be one of his first roles, actually. But yeah, it's also got Jack Elam. A lot of Western people you will recognize in this. But yeah, really nice movie. Anybody that's got a Western collection, you've got to add this to it. It's just one of the better Gary Cooper Westerns of that time and everything. Next up, this is actually a movie from 1958. Is this 58? I believe it's 58 when this came out. They came to Cordura. Cordura. I always want to say Cordoba, but that's a different movie. But yeah, this is a very interesting movie. Only thing I have to say about this is it says it's supposed to be widescreen, and it gives you it says on the case here is an option of 235 or 133, which is a full screen. But when I opened it up and got it, it's just the full screen. And I was really disappointed in that. It really does change the picture, how it looks. It makes it even look more grainy and washed out even, because it's all basically blown up. It's all like zoomed in on. That's the way it looks. So I'm going to maybe upgrade on this to Blu-ray and get the widescreen version and everything. And I bought this used. So I don't know if somebody who had this maybe switched the disc out or something. Maybe they had multiple copies. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't have the widescreen thing. But this is a really cool movie. I mean, it's... everybody that's in this. Rita Hayworth, Van Heflin, Tab Hunter is in this. This is directed by Robert Rawson. Let's see. What do we got here? But yeah, basically this is a... where does this start here? Yeah, it's like Gary Cooper is a career Army officer given the humiliating task of leading 5 Medal of Honor candidates to the military base of Cordura, Texas. Branded a coward during battle, he hopes to learn what these men each... What? That's a typo. Hopes to learn what these men, each of whom performed heroically under fire, possess possess which he lacks. So he's wanting to try to learn from these guys, and because they're getting the Medal of Honor, and he's been labeled as a coward. So he's being humiliated by escorting these people to the base. Let's see, lost my place here. But as the grueling journey through the desert progresses, the heroes panic, attempting murder, mutiny, and the R word, rape, as the quest for survival reveals their true characters. Rita Hayworth, in a dramatic departure from her usual glamour girl roles that she would do, co-stars as the seventh member of the group, an American expatriate accused of aiding the Mexicans. At first, the contemptuous of Thorne, who's Gary Cooper's character, gradually comes to appreciate his quiet integrity as he leads his mutinous charges through a desperate, action-packed odyssey. Filled with both exciting battle scenes and finely tuned drama, their treacherous trek to the town of Cordura, which is also the Spanish word for courage, is a rugged and riveting tale of bravery, far more enduring than the fleeting heroics of battle. So yeah, this is basically the backdrop, 1916, in the Mexican War, the Pancho Villa during the Mexican Revolution and everything. Some of their uniforms and stuff remind me of some of the outfits in the Wild Bunch and everything. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's he's playing a coward and everything, but Gary Cooper is always very stoic and everything. So, which he comes to get redeemed and stuff. I believe there's another movie where he kind of plays like a coward type character and stuff. But anyways, good movie overall. I just want to find a widescreen version of it. Next up, this is a movie by Cecil B. DeMille. C.B. DeMille. I don't have a lot of movies by Cecil B. DeMille. Cecil B. DeMille. He's one of the most famous Hollywood directors and stuff, but he's really never been one of my favorite directors. Now, he's done some really good movies, and of course, The Ten Commandments is a good movie of his. Actually, I think his last movie, the circus movie he did in the 50s, that was a good one. Gosh, what's the name of it? But anyways, this is from 1936. This is a Western that he made with Gary Cooper, and Jean Arthur co-stars with him. This is called The Plainsman, and I believe this was done in the silent days also. This is like a remake of it, but yeah, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool early 30s Western, mid 30s Western and stuff. So they were a lot different than the 40s and stuff, and but really it is action packed. It is thrilling. Great team up between him and Jean Arthur, and but yeah, I mean it was a big hit, and influenced a lot of other movies in the future and stuff. But yeah, The Plainsman, I believe this is on Blu-ray from Kino actually, but I think it's out of print, which is costly and stuff. So I think that's why I went with this DVD and stuff. So pretty cool movie. I liked it a lot. Finally, guys, this is the non-Western one of Gary Cooper I wanted to throw in there. This was from 1943, and this is a big epic movie. I didn't realize how big of an epic movie this was. But this was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. This is from For Whom the Bell Tolls, which also co-stars Ingrid Bergman. And this is directed by Sam Wood. And it's done for Paramount. This is a Paramount movie. But yeah, this is a big old epic movie. 2 hours and 46 minutes. Can you believe that? And it's even got exit music. It's got a, it's got a break in the middle of it. Gosh. What do you call it? I can think of it, but it's got those music cues like they would show during the theatrical run of it. You know, the music before entrance music, exit music, and God, what do you call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. The break music, a break, give people a chance to go to the bathroom, basically. So yeah, pretty cool movie. This is based on a Ernest Hemingway book of the same name. Basically, the expatriate American demolition expert Gary Cooper aids an anti-fascist freedom fighters of Spain. Assisting him is a band of warriors, including a strong-willed Pilar, played by Katerina Pecanor in an Oscar-winning performance. Dangerously unpinnable Pablo, played by Akeem Tamaroff, and the lovely innocent Maria, played by Ingrid Bergman. As the danger mounts, Robert and Maria develop a closeness that blossoms into one of the screen's greatest love stories. An epic in scope, yet intimate in feeling. For Whom the Bell Tolls remains a shining example of Hollywood movie making at its finest. So yeah, it's taking place during the Spanish Civil War. Pretty cool, and it's Technicolor. That's what's always gave it this kind of look to it. It's a what do you call it, like an early? It's not. Yeah, it's an earlier Technicolor. Kind of on the kind of like what Gone with the Wind looks like, the Technicolor of the 40s and stuff. But pretty cool movie, and I recommend it. I've had it laying around for a while and watched it a few times, but I thought I would finally recommend it with Gary Cooper. So there you go, guys. That's just a small smidgen of Gary Cooper westerns and stuff that he did over his career. You know, he started out in the silent days. I think even some of his first silent movies were like some of the first ones were westerns and stuff. So there you go, guys. What do you think about Gary Cooper? I mean, some people might think he's he's kind of a wooden actor. He kind of stoic. He kind of, but he has something. He's very compelling on the screen. You know, he's just one of those actors and stuff. And he gets better as you get older. You start, discovering him a little bit more and stuff. He's not my favorite one of my favorite Western actors, but definitely a good actor. I mean, he's done, seminal roles and, High Noon and just so many good ones. I mean, he was in a good one in 1940 called The Westerner. Right? Yeah, The Westerner. That's a good one if you're wanting to look for one. Which it's got slight comedic performance by him and stuff. So he's not all wooden all the time. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I just thought I would throw together some Gary Cooper movies that I've watched recently and show them to you. So don't forget to comment, check out my channel, and I'll be back again next time for another Western Roundup update. So take it easy, partners.